secondary school creative writing textbook. Writing lots of poetry right now on Instagram at Purnima Creations. This poem is titled Jigsaw Lady. It is a self-portrait questioning the notion of where we're from. I am from so many places that gave birth to me, either by womb, hurt, love, or memory, encrusting layers to my growing identity. Yet I belong to none and no one at all, not even the place I inhabit now, for these places are temporary spaces from which I turn inward to go home within me. Birth name, Jantra Ruanglertbutr, the meaning of Ruanglertbutr, to prosper, flourish. This 13-letter surname was gifted to my family who had journeyed from pre-partitioned India to Thailand more than 6 generations ago in search of an identity to assimilate in the country. As you couldn't back then with a Sikh surname of Ghogar. True to the denotation of Ruanglertbutr, my forefathers flourished in the textile trade. The meaning of my birth name, Chantra, the full moon in Thai, the equivalent of Chandani in Hindi, both with the same etymology. The sky, the moon, was full on Monday, Wan Chan, in Thailand, where I arrived 17 years on from my brother. Why Guruji has blessed us, my mother would beam, gripping a portrait of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and her mala rosemary beads. I was in the world as Jantra just for a heartbeat. The Gyani Ji in the Gurdwara believed that the light of Guru Purnima would spin me around the world and shoot me to the stars. And so it did. I gulped a star and it churned around the walls of my solar system, fusing fragments of myself into circular holes. And so here I am, fragmented and whole all at once. The meaning of Purnima, full moon, the moon that pulls the ocean from afar, that resists its turbulent tides by surfacing, being present both in the light and dark. A Thai Australian of Indian heritage married to a London-born British Indian whose parents migrated from India to the UK with African descent, lived in 4 cities, 4 countries, insofar traveled 34, a global citizen? Disclaimer, I am not lost. I have moved like displaced puzzle pieces from one continent to another, one tongue to another, one skyline to another, one home to another, one postcode to another, one institution to another, one family to another, some friends to none. Not ever knowing the picture that my feet were forming as I tasted the circles outside of my box, only to be picked up, to be packed again, each time with more pieces than I can hold. Jigsaw lady, they whisper these words through their bewildered eyes, always bejeweled by my flying cashmere carpet of hand-woven stories that tells the tales about who I am and where I'm from. Yet they ask quizzically, where are you from? As if the only correct answer could only ever be a place, one city, country, nationality, ethnicity. As if, rather than all our families' generational histories and oceanic journeys, as if all these ingredients need to be visibly plastered across my box in order to filter, locate me immediately like a barcode, like a GPS searching frantically for a missing item that's lost. Lost. Isn't that what they say we are when we hesitate to state where we're from? There's never enough space to sit within the confines of your identification and immigration form. Instead, I've come to sit well with their puzzlement. And so this puzzling metaphor was born. The jigsaw lady. We move like blurred lines, clever chameleons whose skin is foreign, local, misplaced, and displaced simultaneously. Sometimes our soft curved corners curl into ourselves, careful so as not to abrade the coarse edges of others, or slot easily into picture frames in order to retain the picture of who we are and want to be. We often deflect the dreaded question. Instead, we yearn to be probed, peeled open, and pieced together, because self-definition is too finite, final, fixed. It leaves no space for souls made of pigmented stardust like haldi, gold leaf, and grounded basil leaves. Grounded I am, not by place nor time, but by roots that bind. We break into pieces in order to understand the picture that we want to create when we put ourselves back together piece by piece. You see, that's the thing about self-definition. We can evade it to constantly evolve, grow, change like a proud chameleon that relishes in the shifting hues of their own skin. Not having to answer to, what do you do? Or where are you from? The freedom to not belong enables belonging to you. Be true. Thank you. Thank you.